Hey guys, in this video I wanted to give a review of the Poly Voyager 2. I got this about 6 months ago and I wanted to give an honest, true review from someone who works remotely from home. For my career, I work as a product manager. I work remotely from home, and that means, and as a product manager, I am on calls like all the time. And so what I wanted to do is give you guys a full review of this headset. I have had a lot of headsets over the years. I've also even gone without headsets and just used the built-in laptop. But in short, in summary, so you don't have to watch this entire video, I would highly recommend this. I'll go through some of the pros and cons that I've noticed, and also kind of share with you basically my overall review and what I think and whether this $200 investment was worth it or not. So stay tuned. I am going to tell you guys that this is not going to be a technical review at all. This is basically going to be me kind of sharing my experiences and what I love or don't love about this. There are a ton of reviews out there that go through the technical specifications and also kind of even walks you all the way outside to see how far of a range this will go. But I'm going to kind of talk to you guys from a realistic me working at home remotely by myself, and also sometimes when my kids are at home, and how this functions just in terms of basically day-to-day use. Before I begin, I wanted to kind of share with you guys the experiences I've had so far with some of the other different items that I've used. So this is the one that actually came with my corporate company when I first got my laptop here, and you can see this is also made by Poly. I don't know what model this is, but it has a cord, and what's hilarious is I would be wearing this, and because day to day I'm so busy, I don't have time to untangle this cord, and so the cord will be kind of jangled like this, and then people will make fun of me on a call because I just don't have time to untangle and tangle the cord. And so another thing is this thing is super uncomfortable. As you can see here, I wear makeup, and so I don't wear makeup on my ears, but I don't know how makeup gets caked on here, but it does. And I also found that I can't wear this for 8 hours straight, or even 6 hours, or even 4 hours straight, because this tends to hurt. And I don't know if there's a plastic thing around it, but I just remember that I couldn't wear this for a long time. Normally what I would do is wear it for the first half of the day and then unplug it. And then I decided to invest in these bad boys. They were about $250, and these are the Sony 1000XM4. So these have become actually my workout headphones now because they go over my ear. And I love over-ear headsets. It basically drowns out everything. The only con, and the only reason why I don't use these on conference calls, is because people have told me that they could pretty much hear everything around me, and also the fact that it was really hard to connect to Bluetooth on my Mac devices. I don't know if other people have that similar situation, but often what happens is that this turns off automatically, and I'm sure that if I download the app on the phone, then it wouldn't turn off automatically. I just didn't want to deal with it. Bluetooth was just kind of a pain every time it turned on and off to connect it on my device. So that's the only reason why I don't use this for conference calls. But when I'm working out, it connects really great with my iPhone, my tablet device. So this is good for working out, or if you're on a ride somewhere and you're not on a conference call, basically. Okay, so now with these guys, I'll go ahead and kind of unbox the video so that you guys can see what that looks like. So I'll go ahead and move to that. Alright, so basically here is the box in all its glory. It was packed pretty well. We, again, got it from Amazon. It was under $209, and as you can see, it's packaged pretty well. It has a little container that goes with it. It's pretty soft pouch that you can basically pack up anywhere. I got, I believe, the USB-C version, and as you can see, it has a bunch of packaging, and it was packaged up super nicely. Now, the other thing is I got the one with a dock. I think there is a version that comes without a dock that might be less expensive, but as you can see here, the dock is pretty amazing. I'll show you guys basically where I store it, but it makes it really easy just to put the actual headset back and forth. And just remember that there is a basically the USB-A or USB-C that's attached into the cardboard box. Do not throw that away. So just a tip so that you don't throw away a piece that's really important to the entire setup. So the reason why I actually went with this was because I had a recommendation for a different headset, and then I went portaling. Portaling is basically where you spiral out of control in your research, and I found that this was actually one of the best ones that were on the market, just due to comfort as well as how long you can be on conference calls without having to charge. And I must say, it lives up to its hype. Alright, so here's what I love about this, and I haven't actually gone on and use all the features that there are. I literally opened the box, hooked it up so I could get on my conference calls pretty quickly. So after 6 months, I'm going to talk about the ear part real quick. as you can see, I have makeup caked on here. I don't put makeup on my ears. It might be because I'm like sliding it like this and it touches my makeup, and then the padding just gets caked with makeup. But I mean, that's real life. That's what happens, especially if you are someone who wears makeup. And then the other thing is that like it also has noise cancellation, and it has ANC 0, 1, 2. I just leave it on ANC. Active noise cancellation is, I think, what that is. And then 1 and 2 are other levels. I don't know what the details are. All I know is that when it's on ANC here, when I turn it on and I'm on a conference call, I can't hear anything outside, especially when my kids are either at home sick or they don't have school and I still have conference calls. It drowns them out, honestly, and I can actually talk to someone and be able to hear them. On the other hand, with this model, I could basically hear my kids and then hear the people on the call, and it was just a jumbled mess. But this, for whatever reason, allows me to kind of drown out everything that's in the environment, and then also be able to hear the person that is on the conference call. The other consideration is if your person on your conference call that you're with can hear everything around them. With the Sony headset, basically these have active noise cancellation too, but they can hear everything that's happening around me. So if I have like a lawnmower outside, or if I have a cleaning service, like they could hear everything that's around my environment, even though I couldn't hear it. This thing, on the other hand, because it has a microphone that goes down like this, basically they can only hear you. They normally can't hear the cleaning service that comes every Friday to my house to clean my house, which is great because it basically focuses my voice on this mic here, which is awesome. Now, speaking of the mic, when I put it on, right, what happens is if I go like this, it automatically puts my conference call on mute. I don't use Zoom. I actually use an internal conferencing system with my company, but it works really, really well. And they actually have a version that's for Microsoft Teams. If your company uses Teams, they have a version for Microsoft Teams specifically, which I'm sure has integrated features, but overall it's awesome. And if you don't like to do this to mute, they actually have a little button right here that you can press to mute on and mute off, which is great. And then they have the on-off button on the same side, so it is on my right side. And so you can see, like, you can turn it on or off. But normally what I do is at the end of the day, I'll take this and I'll go ahead and show you guys where I actually set this up. So my desk is right here, but then right in arm's way here, I have this little dock, right? And all it does is it sits just like this. So you see how it has like a little curve in there. And this side, I mean, it has a similar curve, but this is where all of the plugins and stuff are. All I do is I put it in here. You see this? It goes just like this. And then it's charging. So you can see the blue light charging. This is basically a power cord that hooks up right below my desk. And so at the end of each day, I just go like that. And then if I'm not on a call, I can just go ahead and charge it and then use it. I have been on calls for longer than 8 hours generally on most days without having to recharge this. So I'll like basically lay it on my desk just like this throughout the day. Things that you probably want to know. So we have like daily stand-ups in my line of work, and so generally that is overlapping with my lunchtime. And what I'll do is I'll turn on my headset, call into the call, and I'll go make lunch, and I'm able to basically go to my kitchen, make lunch without any problems with like hearing audio or anything like that. I've also been able to take out trash when I'm on calls, believe it or not. So meaning I go away from this office, there's like 2 walls that separate this room, and I go to the garage and throw away things, and I can hear perfectly clear. I've also been able to go outside in my back patio while the computer remains in this room and still be able to get on a call. And there has never ever been any issues in terms of connectivity or voice gets all digitalized. That's never happened on this headset, at least around my house. So I've been into the farthest part of my house, even outside of my house, and these have worked wonders. And so even though that this sits on top of your ears, I haven't actually had a lot of issues with it compared to this one. They might look the same, but they actually feel a lot different. I just remember that whenever these were on my ears, like it just started hurting, whereas these have been on my ears for hours on end, and it really doesn't hurt at all. And also this top band right here makes it super comfortable. This one has a similar band, but for whatever reason, this one's super comfortable. I think it's because this one right here has like this plastic band on top of it, and it's kind of flimsy, whereas this one is a little bit more structured, but you can see here it goes all the way down. So I feel like this is super, super comfortable. So retail, I think this goes for $249. I got it on Amazon for $210 or so, and it's been a great investment. I would highly recommend it. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'm more than happy to kind of answer what I can on these. But I would recommend this, especially if you're on calls all the time. Again, it's comfortable, it's not too expensive, $200 for an investment in, like, you know, conference calls that you have throughout the day. So it's honestly, I think it's a great investment. And three, I'm able to move around the house without any wires, and people can't make fun of me for having twisted cords on my calls when I'm on video. So there you have it. Thanks guys, have a great day.